Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to cut and sew this beautiful flare gown. You can see how beautiful this flare gown is, an off-shoulder flare gown. So if this sounds like what you're interested to learn, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. So the one I made is at the middle. The pink one is the one I made. So if this interests you guys, why don't you stick around and stay till the end of this tutorial. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, this is the fabric I'm going to be using. I have my Ankara fabric here and I have just 3 yards of it, and I also have this satin fabric. Okay, so I think I have about 3 yards also, but I'll be making use of 1 yard, okay, or 1.5. So guys, let me go ahead and fold my fabric. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold the fabric like this. So to fold your fabric, go ahead and fold it into 2, then you fold it in a triangular shape. So let me use this paper to demonstrate what I'm saying. So you fold your fabric into 2 like this, then you go ahead and fold it like this, like a triangle, okay? Or you can just fold it at this other side. It's also the same thing. So this is it, guys. That is how I folded my fabric. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to get my bust measurement. So the bust measurement I'm working with is 36 divided by 4. I got 9. Then I'm going to add 1 inch stitching allowance to that, making 10 inches, okay? So go ahead and mark yours and make sure you keep it straight, okay? So to know if your line is straight, you can go ahead and measure it out like this. So when I did, from that starting point, I take it all the way to this other line, and it was giving me different figures, okay? So I have to readjust it. So after readjusting, make sure you also check it properly to see if it's actually your bust divided by 4 plus the allowance. So after doing that, now I will place my tape like this. So I'm going to place my armhole length, which is 7.5 on that line. Then I'm going to add ½ inch to that, so making 8 inches, okay? Then after that, take your tape up like this, and I'm going to mark 4.5 inches. So that is how off I want it to be. So you can go down by 5 depending how low you want it to be, okay? Or you can make use of 4 inches. So guys, after getting the line, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my neckline. And to get the neckline, you are going to divide your nipple to nipple into 2. Mine is 3.5 when I divided it. Then I'm going to add 1.5 inches to that, so making 5 inches. So I'm going to mark 5 inches. So make sure you do yours and mark exactly what you have. Don't add any further allowance, okay? So I got 5 inches and I'm going to mark exactly 5 inches. Then I'm going to curve my armhole like this. So we are not going to be adding sleeve. Don't make it too deep, okay? Just curve it like this. So after doing that, now I'm going to come down by ½ inch because I want it to have a little curve at the neck area. So you can keep your neck area straight if you want to. So for me, I want it to be curvy a bit, okay? So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my gown measurement. So the gown measurement I'm working with is 39.5, but I'm going to be adding 1.5 inches stitching allowance to that. So you can go ahead and add up to 2 inches, okay? So for me, my fabric is not much, as you can see. So I want to use 41 inches in total. So by the time I fold the bottom part and hem the upper part of the neck area, I'm going to derive at 39.5, okay? So that is what you see me marking all the way like this. After marking that 41 inches, you can see what we have at this bottom part. That is my gown length, okay? So the next thing now is to go ahead and cut this out. So I will start from the neckline and cut it all the way to the bottom. So guys, after cutting it out, you can see the neck area, you can see all what we are having. This is very simple. Okay, so this is an off shoulder flare. So the next thing I'm going to do is to remove one of it. Then this particular one is going to serve as the front piece. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and use my bias tape to pipe it. So I will start from the armhole area, then I'm going to also pipe the neck area. So this is the back piece. I'm also going to pipe it, but I'm not going to pipe the neck area. I'm just going to pipe just the armhole area. Okay, so later we'll be doing that. I've gone ahead to pipe the front area, and you can see what we are having. So when you're doing this, please, you have to be careful. Don't stretch your fabric when sewing it down. Okay, like I said earlier, please start from the armhole area. We are going to close it up with the neck area. Okay, so guys, this is the back. I said I'm not going to be piping the neck area yet, just the armhole, and that is what I have here. You can see I've gone ahead to cut out this piece of fabric. I'm going to be using it for the strap. Okay, so this is going to be the strap, and the length of this fabric is 5.5 inches. So you can make your 6 depending how big you want the strap to be. Okay, so I made my 5.5, and this is what we are having. So I have 2 of it here, and to get the width of this fabric, what I did is to bring my gown. Okay, so I'm going to place my tape like this all the way to the bottom of the gown. So you can see where I'm placing the tape at this tip like this. Measure it all the way to the bottom. And when I measured it, I got 36 inches. So you see it here, I got 36 inches. So what you are going to do now is to add up that 36 inches to the number you took out while cutting out for the off shoulder. Okay, remember we took out 4.5 inches, so I'm going to times it into 2, and I got 9. Then I'm going to add 1 inch stitching allowance to that, making 10. So that means I'm adding 10 plus 36, that is 46 inches. So I have 46 inches for the width. Okay, I hope you understand. If you don't understand, you can go ahead and replay it again. After getting that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and fold this into 2 like this. Then I'm going to stitch it up by 1/2 inch. Okay, after stitching it, this is what we have. So you can see now at this upper part, this is what I'm going to do. So you can leave it straight, but for me, I want it to have a kind of shape. Okay, a belt shape. So I'm going to take the seam allowance to be at the middle. Okay, then I'm going to place it like this and cover the shape I want like this and cut it out. So after cutting it out, guys, this is what we are having. Then I'll go ahead and stitch it up. So guys, after stitching, this is what we are having. You can see the tip, you can see that part, how it's looking like. That is the shape I want. Okay, so this is the strap. So the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead and attach the strap to the gown. So this is the back piece, and I'm going to place the strap like this. You can see the way I'm placing it. Then you're going to stitch by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, not up to 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so after stitching it, so go ahead and pipe the neckline with your bias. So guys, after doing that, this is what I was saying. This is it. You can see how it's looking. I'm gonna have to pipe it now with my bias, and this is how it came out, looking clean and neat. So if you like, you can use facing, but for me, I don't have much fabric. That is why I decided to use my bias tape. Okay, go ahead and bring the front piece, and I'm going to place it like this, right side facing. You can see what I'm doing. Then go ahead and stitch up the side like so, the both side, stitch it up by 1 inch. Okay, so guys, after stitching it up, this is what we are having. You can see how it's coming out already. So the next thing to do is to attach the strap at the front area. So it's very easy. What you're going to do is to actually remember the amount you off. Mine is 4.5, then I'm going to multiply it by 2, which gave me 9. Okay, so I'm going to mark that 9 at this point like this. Okay, so that is where I'm going to be top stitching it on the front area. So guys, if this is very tight, you can go ahead and add up to 1 inch or 1/2 inch to it. Okay, so this gown is not supposed to be tight, so it has to be free. So if it's very tight for you, go ahead and adjust it. After doing that, the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead and draft out the petal, okay? So for the petal, I'm going to be using this paper to illustrate for you guys, okay? So you can just mark it directly on your fabric, but for clarity's sake, I'm going to use this paper. So I'm going to just fold this paper like this. Then I'm going to measure how long I want the petal to be. So I want it to be around 6 inches. 6 inches is very good, but if you want yours to be big, you can go ahead and make use of 7 inches, okay? So 6 inches for me is okay. Now I'm going to come over to this bottom part and I'm going to mark 2.75, okay? So after doing that, now towards this length area, I'm going to divide it into 2 to get the midpoint. So after getting the midpoint, at that midpoint area, I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches, okay? So after doing that, now go ahead and connect the points together like this. So you can see what I'm doing, connect it together. Then you go ahead and carve out the shape at the upper part, okay? How you want the petal to be. So if you want it to be like a normal leaf, you can go ahead and sketch it out. So for me, this is how I want it to be, and I think it's okay by me, and I'm going to just cut this out. After cutting this out, this is what we are having, guys. You can see how it came out. So I'll go ahead now and use this to cut on my fabric. So the fabric I'm going to be using for the petal is this pink satin fabric. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out, and I have 5 of it, and each of it has lining, okay? So each of these petals has its own lining. So just go ahead and place it right side to right side like this, and stitch it up by 1/2 inch, okay, like this. So after stitching it up, you go ahead and pleat it at the bottom parts. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it up, and this is what we are having. The next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and notch this round area like this. So go ahead and notch it out so that it can relax properly, okay? Then after doing that, go ahead and turn it over to the right side. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use my scissors to make sure all the points is out. So after doing that, now I will go ahead and pleat this at the bottom. So go ahead and pleat it at the bottom like this, so that you can have that beautiful design. So these are the ones I've done. You can see how nice and beautiful it's looking already. So I'm going to use this particular one to cover up the rough part, okay? So I'm just going to place it on top like this to form our beautiful flower. I've gone ahead to stitch up the strap to the front piece, so you can see what we are having, how neat it's looking. Can you believe that I've not even ironed this dress at all, but it's looking so neat? So I've gone ahead to attach the strap, and the next thing to do now is to attach our flower. You can see this beautiful flower. So you can just attach this flower like this, okay? At this point, just attach it like this, bring it down a bit, okay? Don't take it too high. So after tacking it down, so you make sure you tack it down. After tacking it down, I'm going to use this flower, or if you have a cover button, you can make use of it to cover up all the rough parts at that area. Use it to cover it up. So after doing that, I will go ahead and hem the bottom part of this dress. And also don't forget to attach your pocket, because mine is definitely going to have a pocket, okay? So guys, you've already seen how it looks on me, but I'm going to show you again. So guys, this is how it came out. This is the final look, and this is how it is on me. You can see. What do you think about this fabric? I think there's one particular beauty in this fabric that I seem not to understand. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all that you have been doing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, okay? See you in the next video. Bye.